Hello, everybody. This is Sharonda, and this is my podcast, Spiritual Sense. Today is February the 4th, which is a Friday. And in this particular podcast, I go over a variety of topics in regards to the supernatural, paranormal. I speak on things such as hauntings, curses, angels, demons, out-of-body experiences, near-death experiences. I also go over pagan belief systems and practices, and I incorporate tarot card reading into this podcast as well. And so I like to state that this podcast is for entertainment purposes, and what that means is if just so happened that the information that I present on this podcast coincide with what you believe or what you're experiencing, that may be by chance or by happenstance. That means I don't go snooping and probing and prying into anyone's affairs and then presenting it here. Sometimes I may go out and about and, something may present to me and I'll put it in a podcast if it comes up at the time when I'm getting ready to do my tarot card reading. When you begin to do spirit work and work with spirituality, you will begin to understand that this is how the Spirit of God works, okay? Whether that be in favorably or unfavorably, okay? So I'm going to proceed to pull my cards. I particularly favor the 10 card spread, which is Celtic Cross. Card 1 being on the situation, person, or some type of insight or clarity. Card 2 being the obstacle or barrier. Card 3 being what's above the situation or what you're trying to attain. Card 4 being the root of the cause or the reason. Card 5 being the near past or what's occurring. Card 6 being the near future or what's occurring. Card 7 being the attitude and or morale. Card 8 also can be what's physically surrounding and or morale. Card 9 being hopes, fears, and dreams. And card 10 being the outcome. Oftentimes, if I need more clarity in regards to my reading, I will pull out a supporting deck, which I have Moonology cards, and I have the Angel deck of cards for more, clarity. I may pull a 1, 2, 3, 4, or even a 5 card spread for more clarity on the reading, the main reading. And so today I am working with my Secrets of the Tarot deck cards, which is my first group of cards that I purchased. So let me proceed. I've already said my prayer. I've done my smudge. I pay homage to my Orishas. The Orishas that I particularly favor is Osiris, Yemaya, Shango, Basset. Those are the 4 Orishas. Orishas are deities that you can call upon in times of need. They will give you insight, clarity, and understanding as to what is going on in your situation. Out of the combination of the 4 Orishas I mentioned, they give you insight in terms of weather, love, serenity, peace, nurture, harmony, to name a few. And so let me proceed. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And I'm going to begin to lay my cards now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So right now I have card 1 being movement, choices, and decisions. Card 2, the obstacle, I have power. Card 3, this is what's above. I have the Destiny card. Card 4, the root of the issue, recognition and reward. Card 5, I have temptation. And card 6, I have new beginnings. So right now, I feel as though this reading is applicable to someone that maybe dealing with some situations in terms of harassment is what I feel. Something is letting me know that this reading is applicable to someone that is dealing with harassment, particularly or possibly sexual harassment or some type of harassment. I don't know if this is in reference to a job or perhaps to where you live or perhaps just in general. But I feel as though this reading is applicable to someone who is dealing, and it may not necessarily be, it could very well be some type of unfair treatment, whether it be in a relationship or employment or something of the sort. But I feel as though this is someone who has dealt with some harassment is what I feel. Reason why I say this is I do have the temptation card, so that could very well be that it is sexual harassment. And give me just a moment. Let me get my mic adjusted. I have the temptation card to my left. I have destiny card, which is above the situation. But this is a alternative situation. Let me also specify that, because I don't feel as though it's your conventional or your traditional when you would think of sexual harassment in regards to male towards female. No. I feel as though this is harassment from female to female. It's what I feel. And the reason why I say this is because I do have the Destiny card. And for those who, follow me or will be following or listening to my podcast, the Destiny card under the Cycles of the Tarot deck, it is by John Hanlon or Holland. So you may, pull up those cards and, proceed to follow along as you listen to this podcast. The Destiny card is a group of women, is what it is. That's on the card. So I do have that above the situation. The root of the issue, recognition and reward. Somehow I feel as though I'm speaking for someone because I have the issue, I have the barrier is power, which movement, choices, and decision. I feel as though this person has a desire to move from her location because she's been harassed by females. And it's not just harassment. I feel as though this is sexual harassment by females, oddly enough. I honestly feel as though this is not just your average females. Like, this is in a professional setting. This is in a professional setting with women that are actually with men. Why am I thinking about this and why am I bringing this up? Because it came into my spirit, and oftentimes, and for the lack of a better word, it presented to my spirit, my third eye. For the lack of a better word, I feel like this woman was severely harassed to where she wants to leave. She wants to leave. She gets it everywhere she goes. Part 7, Material Harvest. I feel as though this woman is being harassed because of her status. Is what I feel. She could very well be someone that's in some type of power or position where she has a lot of authority, a lot of say-so, and a lot of input on decisions. And I feel like many women come to her under the pretenses of confidence to assist them in their situations, social situations. But in essence, it is of a sexual nature, is what I feel. So what is physical surrounding? I have the base chakra. This could very well be in a armed forces type of deal. Like this reading could be applicable because I do have the base chakra, and this is not a medical reading, so I'm not going to go off of physical ailments, cognitive, or anything of that nature. So when I say base, I'm talking in terms of like military base. I honestly feel as though this is something, and it may not necessarily just be in military. This could be going across the board, but because I'm doing this reading and the card presents as base, I'm going to say that according to the cards, it could very well be military related. Some type of armed forces relation to armed forces. Someone who has been sexual harassed by women, and she's a woman herself. Card 9, hopes, fears, and dreams. I feel as though this person is feeling threatened. Like if I go forward and let these things be known, they will come against me and do some things to me. Is what I feel right now. Because I do have the light card, which is card 19, which is card 19 is on the card, and is in the hopes, fears, and dreams position. So I feel as though she lets it goes on, but she's tired. That's what I feel. I feel like it's affected her mentally, possibly physically. In reference to how she can handle her job, how she can go about her day on her job. But I feel like she's taunted. Like I get a sense that this woman feels taunted. Like they taunt me all the time. That's what I feel. Outcome. Conflict and defeat. I feel as though it has weighed on her spirit. Whomever this person is. I feel like it has weighed on your spirit, and the desire to continue doing what she's doing is no longer there. It's what I feel. So I'm going to pull out some angelic cards in regards to this reading. Now, when I do my tarot card reading, oftentimes it's in reference to, this is not a personal reading because I'm not, particularly dealing with any type of harassment that I feel at this time. But usually it's 3 in mind. Oftentimes I'll be guided by spirits to come in and to present in regards to, I don't feel like, this is a spiritually guided reading, meaning that it's applicable or anybody steps in from the other side. This is simply by insight. Okay? But I feel like, with serendipity and synchronicity, whoever it applies to, it will present itself. And so I'm going to proceed and pulling 3 cards. One from the top, one from the middle, and one from the bottom. Okay, the first card I have is Clairaudience. Archangel Zachiel. Notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind or from other people. So, I honestly feel as though these are spirits that are placed around you, whomever this person is that I'm speaking to. When you begin to pick up on energies and you begin to pick up on the desires of the heart of demonic spirits, they will try to manipulate and play on your intelligence. They will try to play on your intellect and your mind. You're just try to disturb or thwart the senses is what that is. Card 2, Patience. Archangel Jophiel, your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. So, even though you pray, you may have prayed to be placed where you are. You may have was given so many different signs that this is for you. to be where you are and to be in the position of where you are. Oftentimes, our assignment will be placed for a learning experience, and then once it has become where those demons present themselves, then it's time to move on to somewhere else. And I feel as though you still have the desire to remain in the armed forces. However, I'm thinking that you're going to need to be placed somewhere else, because it's not going to change. Even, you know, even if they demote you or whatever the case may be, I feel as though they're going to have to get you around the right people. They're going to have to get you around some true, some people that are true to their heart and what their desires are. That's what I feel. Oftentimes, that's very hard to do. In these times, I am hopeful that, you do have people that are truly pure at heart, and it's going to take you to be placed around those type of people who are pure and genuine in their heart and their desires. Card 4, spread your wings, Archangel Ariel. Do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect and you are ready to soar. So that's your confirmation. That is your sign. That is your confirmation that it's time for you to venture somewhere else. Now, I'm not telling you that you are to leave the armed forces. I don't feel as though you have the desire to leave the armed forces, but what I do feel as though you have a desire to move from the location or region where you are. That's what I feel, because of this harassment. And they'll put it on petty, minute things that has nothing to do with it. Everything you do, they got something to say about it. And particularly when you are in a position of any sense of authority, people want you to be perfect. In essence, they put you up in these positions so they can use you and manipulate you to get you to do things that you do not want to do. And I feel like you're tired. I honestly empathize and feel for you. I understand that spirit, because once you begin to mature in the spirit, you would know spirits. You would know spirits. You would, there's nothing no one has to tell you. You would know what that is instantly. And I don't know to whom I am speaking to, but because I know how spirit and spirituality works, I know it's applicable to somebody. So someone needs to hear this, is the point. Because I feel as though they're not going to leave you alone. They taunt you at night. And how I know this, because God will put things in my being to where I would know what a person is dealing with. And when I get up and begin to spread my cards and do my tarot card reading, that's confirmation of something he's already put on the inside. So again, someone needed to hear this reading. And this is a reading in terms of sexual harassment. Harassment from own gender, same-sex harassment. So we need to spread awareness in regards to not only just sexual harassment, but same-gender sexual harassment. Because I feel as though that, is underrated. That means it goes unreported. Okay? So I am going to close out this podcast for today, but it was led for me to speak on this particular topic. I was led to speak on this topic today. I did not feel like any, I do have someone that come to mind that made me spin off to do this tarot card reading. I feel like this was a situation that was applicable to her. However, I feel as though it's applicable to somewhere else, meaning in the armed forces. Okay? So again, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you're more than welcome to comment below. For those who are listening in, I do have the podcast on Spreaker. I have other podcasts on Spreaker. You can check out my Spreaker.com podcast. I have 3 other podcasts that I run on Spreaker. It's under my name, Sharonda King. And I have the YouTube channel, some webinars on there, as well as, if you just want to listen in. It also records on my YouTube channel, which is entitled Spiritual Sense, just as this podcast is. And I also have my main podcast, or my main YouTube channel, I should say, with the 3 additional podcasts on there, okay? So if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you're more than welcome to comment below. Until then, you have a safe and wonderful day. Good day.